Hi, my name is Zariah Taylor, and today I'll be taking you through a day in my life as a Vox ATL summer intern for our summer program called Vox Media Cafe. So at about 9 o'clock in the morning, I get off my train and I head upstairs to Peachtree Center where the Vox office is located. Peachtree Center is directly connected to the MARTA train station by way of this epic, really long escalator. It's actually one of the largest escalators in the country, I believe. But anyways, once I get off the escalator, I take a few turns and now I enter the Peachtree Center food court. Vox is located directly above this food court, which is both a blessing and a curse, because on one hand, it's nice to have this many food options on a daily basis, but it's also low-key hurting my pockets. But sometimes, if I arrive early enough, I'll go ahead and pick up a quick breakfast. So once I successfully obtained my Chick-fil-A, I headed upstairs and went up to floor number 7 where the Vox office is located. So when you come in, we have this little table where we have mask and hand sanitizer. Here is the big room where everything happens at. On the left is the inspiration wall. I'm heading into our little dining room kitchen area. The editing suite is the room on the left, and then ahead is the meeting room. So once I finish my breakfast, at about 9:30, the whole intern team, along with the adult staff members, meet up and have a quick morning check-in so that we can go over our roles for the day and make sure that everyone is comfortable with what they're doing. The day before, we met up virtually and put our names on this agenda document, so here we're just going over that agenda and making sure that everybody is prepared. So at about 10, all of the Vox Media Cafe participants have arrived and we go ahead and start our day. We usually start with a go-around question, then a daily overview of the day's schedule. Here you see my fellow intern Michaela leading this part.
The goal is, after this session, to have your final draft done, and we'll also talk about story art for your pieces.
After our daily overview, we had our energizer for the day. And we do this usually just to get the vibes up, get the energy up. And today we played a game of charades. It was led by one of our teen interns, Zariah. And as you can see, it produced some very comical results. If you see me at all on my phone throughout this process, it is not because I am not paying attention, but rather because one of my intern roles is to run the Vox ATL Instagram page. So here I'm just making sure that I record the highlights of the day and make sure they are documented on our social media pages. Now that we've gotten the sort of introductory parts of the day done, we now move into the meat and potatoes of the day, which is story production. Vox Media Cafe lasts a total of 2 weeks per session, and the goal is for the participants to leave with their own published multimedia stories. Each intern is assigned a group of 1 to 3 individuals to work with directly. For the beginning part of the day, the person I was working with was running a little bit late, so that's why you see me kind of working by myself. As an intern, one of our responsibilities is to produce our own content, at least 1 piece per week. So here you see me typing and working on my own story for the week. After about 2 hours of working, we moved into our lunch for the day. Sometimes Vox will provide lunch and they'll get catering for everybody, but this was a day where lunch was on us. Luckily though, one of the VMCers was writing a recipe for her story, and so she brought in a home-cooked meal of hoisin garlic noodles for the group to try. As you can see by my facial expressions here, it was really good.
But Santa's not eating without you. Oh.
After lunch, the whole group went downstairs to the Peachtree Center food court, where we transitioned to an exploration and tour of the building led by one of our adult editors, Rich. The Vox office is just a small part of the building. The food court is connected to different historic hotels that have been a part of many film productions throughout the city. Here are a few highlights from our tour. One of the highlights of this part of the day was that we went up the clear elevator at the hotel that goes up 47 floors. I'm super scared of heights, so this was very nerve-wracking, but it was still a fun memory.
What if we shoot out of the elevator? Please stop. I'm dead ass scared.
After that very fun tour, we started to wind down for the day. The VMCers had about an hour and a half to continue working on their final drafts for their stories. Then we met back up in the big room to have a group story check-in. This part was led by me, and I went ahead and directed the VMCers to a spectrum that I had drawn on the wall, and I had them place themselves on it based off where they were with their stories.
Once again, we have this little spectrum on the wall so you guys can place it where you are. And now we're just going to do what we did yesterday and go around and everybody can just say what they did today and what they still need to get their stories done.
Then we all just went around and updated the group on our progress. It was definitely a productive day because most of the VMCers were just about finished with their drafts. After that check-in, we went ahead and closed out for the day. The VMCers went home, but as interns we have to stay behind every day, first to clean up the space, and then to do a final checkout to assess the glows and grows of the day and make sure that we come back as an even stronger team the next day. So yeah, that's a basic outline of my day as a Vox ATL summer intern. For more teen content, check out voxatl.org. Thank you.
All right, cool. Great job, ladies and gentlemen. See y'all now.